Welcome to A Picky Vegan. This morning, I am going to be making grits with Beyond Breakfast sausage links. Now, these are plant-based, no soy, no gluten, and no GMOs, and it has 40% less sodium. So maybe you watched my first video, not my first one, but the one I did recently talking about how to start a vegan lifestyle. And I asked you, what is the one thing that you think you cannot live without? Well, maybe it is butter. So listen, I have found Earth Balance soy-free. It's butter. And it does have a great buttery taste. It's non-GMO and it is vegan, you guys. Like I said, it is soy-free. Let me tell you something. So we are a family that loves to eat a lot of pasta. We eat rice. We use butter in a lot of things. And so I was very happy when we found Earth Balance because that means we didn't have to give up the butter. Because when you taste this, you are not going to know the difference. We use it on toast. We use it in grits. We use it in rice. We use it in pasta. And now we have started cooking some of our vegetables in this Earth Balance soy-free butter. And it is so good. So what happens with the grits? And the grits are vegan? Yes, because grits are made from corn. Yes, they are. And so the directions on here, it just says for one serving, you're going to use a 1/4 cup of grits and 1 cup of water. Since this would be for me and my daughter, see these right here. That's where I'm getting that from. I actually did probably a 1/3 cup of grits and I did a 1.5 cups of water. So that is cooking in the background. I've got it on the stove waiting for it to boil. Then we're going to be air frying, and so I should say air broil because we're going to put it in the air fryer. And that is one of the best things that I invested in was an air fryer. So Beyond Meat Breakfast Sausage, classic plant-based links. So there's 8 in here, and it's 8 grams of plant protein per serving. So each one of us will have 2, and I'm gonna let you guys see what the finished product will look like. But while I am starting the water for the grits and actually putting the links into the air fryer, I'm also going to be cutting some bell peppers because you need to prep some food to have on hand so that when you come in from work or you're busy out during the day, you can come in and just throw some things into either the air fryer or if you have a wok, however you're going to prepare your food, just have something already prepped so it makes it easier to make your dish. So let me put the links into the air fryer and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you take them out of the packaging. So that's what it looks like. It just looks like regular link sausage. It does. So stay tuned. So this is our air fryer. We have the Ninja. Yay. So I'm going to open the first one. Then with the packet, and I'm going to place, see these two are stuck together. They're decent size. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 and then I'm going to put the last 2 in here. So come over to your air fryer and put Air Broil. Well, let's hit number 1 first. Okay, so Air Broil. It already says 450. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook it for 10 minutes, but we're going to pause it when it gets to 5 and turn them over. And then hit start. That's going to be really good. So now we're going to turn back to where the other ingredients are. Now I tried to take my time so that wasn't so drastic because I don't like watching videos and it just goes really fast. It almost makes you dizzy, seasick just watching the video. So I'm trying not to do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the grits in and then I'm going to start cutting up the peppers. See, we already have some that we saved from another dish that my daughter had made. So we have orange bell peppers that I'll be cutting. And we have yellow. Okay. And the key is make the most of your time when you're in the kitchen. Seriously. Okay, so those are the peppers. And I just like cutting my peppers like this so that when I get ready to use them, I can cut them even smaller. But in the beginning, I always like to cut them like this. And oftentimes in our refrigerator, you will find cooked bell peppers and also raw. Because I also love eating them raw. They're very good. And when you get the different colors, they're sweet. Of course, that's my other phone going off. I'm actually cooking in between my closings this morning. And at the same time, I'm still keeping an eye on the air fryer so that I can stop and turn the sausage when it gets to 5 minutes left. So what do you think about the earth balance? Have you tried it before? Or are you willing to try it? Was butter the thing that you could not live without? Or is it still right up there? If it's not the first thing, is it in your top 5? Leave me a comment below and let me know what is the one item that you believe you cannot live without, and are you willing to go and look for an alternative? So a recommendation I have for you, when you are preparing your grits, please make sure you have a no-stick pan because that can take a lot to clean up once it's done. You don't want it sticking on there and being real hard. Believe me, that's something you don't want to do. Okay, so let's take you back over here to the air fryer because I'm gonna need to stop and turn it. So when you come over to the air fryer, you wanna hit pause. See, it's right at 5 minutes and 1 second. So let me show you what it looks like. Look at that golden brown color. Looks good, right? So then what I do is I take a pair of tongs, and let me get my tongs, hold on. And I have a baby size pair. So I take the tongs and I'm going to turn them over. Oops, I'm sorry, I know that bounced. Okay, there we go. So that means the grits are ready. And I'll test it because I think they probably could go a little bit more. Okay, now see how they're not fully cooked? So we're gonna put them back in for the last 5 minutes. and just hit start. Okay, so let's go over to the grits. I'm going to turn it down. See, they look ready for the butter and salt and pepper. Oh my goodness. My daughter's going to be so excited. I cooked breakfast this morning for us. So let's go back to the bell peppers because I'm almost done with those. See, there they are. And I have my, see what they're in? I love that. Oh, I forgot to turn off that. Hold on. Let me turn the grits off. I forgot to turn that timer off. And you know the timer will keep on beeping at you. Yeah, it's just like that alarm clock that you, when you don't want to get up, you keep hitting it. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay. And I love this glass storage dish. That's what I was trying to think of earlier as I was saying, see yeah, my glass container that I'm going to store it in. And it is just perfect. See how it filled it right up? So that's a lot of peppers, but that won't last long because if we do sausage and peppers with our spaghetti, then we also, we'll use these peppers. Or if we do Italian sausage, and all of this is plant-based, Italian sausage on buns with peppers and onions and mustard. Oh my goodness. So the peppers would be ready to just stick on there and we could just put everything either in the air fryer or put it on the grill or put it in the oven. You have to prepare ahead of time. And so I like being able to utilize the extra time in the kitchen. Let me show you what this butter looks like. Look at that. It looks like regular butter in a tub. Whether it was, what was a country crock? I remember when we used to get country crock. Yeah, same thing. The color is light, but it's really, really tasty, you guys. So we're going to use this in our grits. Stay tuned. And I'll be right there. Just hold on. See, just like that. And I'm going to put them in the fridge. Now, the plant-based sausage, it does say keep refrigerated. So that is what you want to do after you open them. to our pot of grits. See how they turned out? Nice and golden. You guys, they are crispy. This is so good. So now you see the grits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some butter. I'm just going to use a tablespoon because I like my grits buttery. And believe me, that won't be that much. Then I'm going to add some salt. This is the old school way. You don't measure it out. You just put it in there. Same thing with the pepper. Now, in this household, we love pepper more than we love salt. Everything usually is spicy. And then I'm going to mix it around. So I make sure I get enough butter all over all the grits. And there's salt in there. And then you just season to taste. Look at that. See, it's a nice, the color is still really nice and rich. And I know it doesn't look like a lot of grits, but it is. It's just enough for me and my daughter. We're not heavy eaters, but the thing is, I don't eat heavy, especially when I'm in between closings, but I just need a little something. And I didn't have breakfast when I left first thing this morning. So when I come back in the middle or early morning, I just get a little bit, enough to just make sure that my stomach is not talking to my clients when I'm at their houses or when I'm at the title office, okay? So tell me this, did you know that grits were actually vegan? Now, I'm going to sample just with this to make sure. Okay, so first of all, it definitely needs some more salt, okay? And pepper for me. It doesn't taste like I put any in there. Imagine that. It's good on the butter though. Yeah, it really is. But that salt and pepper, it was lacking. Okay? And I really like to be able to taste the pepper. And I'm not a big salt person, so it doesn't have to be really salt. I don't like it salty. But I do like I like to be able to taste the salt. We're getting there. The key is when you're cooking and you use salt. So you can always add more salt, but you can't take it away once you've added too much. So that's why I'm never heavy-handed when I do salt on dishes. Primarily, grits is probably one of the main things we use salt on. Well, also rice when we do rice and butter with pepper. But for the most part, it's pepper, it's hot sauce, but not the salt. And one of the things my daughter used to always say, she said, never enough butter. I can say you can never have enough pepper. One more time and we'll be perfect. Okay. And believe me, if you taste this, you would think it had no salt. Okay. Yeah, that works. So there you have it. You will be able to see the plated dish and the thumbnail. But there we have grits and Beyond Breakfast sausage links, which are plant-based, and we used Earth Balance butter. And it's soy-free, and it says vegan right on the container. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about this. Also, will you be willing to prepare some things ahead of time so that when you come in after working or spending all day with your kids, so that it cuts down on your cooking time? Leave me a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Be sure to hit the notification button so you don't miss out on anything. And leave me your comments. I'll see you next time.